Halo semuanya, kembali lagi di Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Jadi kita akan main episode di chapter 3 ya. Chapter 3 di gamenya. Tapi di urutan videonya ini adalah episode kedua dari Call of Juarez. Jadi kita langsung saja main story ya guys ya. Continue dong. Masa new game? The Magnificent One, Killing Johnny Ringo. Kita kembali lagi bersama Oji-san ya. Paman Oji-san ini paman. Jadi paman bounty hunter.
Resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Oke.
And hunting plumber looked like a good way to get rich quick.
Oke,
As the
sekarang kita
local
ke
vigilantes exposed
pertambangan
him
ya.
as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head. Plumber rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
Jadi kita akan ke lokasi pertambangan dan kita mencari jalan masuk dari tambang tersebut. Di manakah dia? Apakah itu?
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these
Dan
goddamn
mereka yang kita cari.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar.
Panasnya ya.
Yeah, besides, George is up there on the rocks with that rifle of his. Nothing gets past him.
Oke, kita akan mencoba apakah ini yang dimaksud.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men. Samuel Coke made them equal.
Dari mana cuy? Oke. Nice banget. Kita ke tambangnya kan? Bukan ke apa ke sana dulu ya? Oh ya enggak, ini maksudnya tadi entrance dari tempat awal kita tadi itu tuh. Apa ini? Ada topi ya guys ya. Apa ini? Shotgun. Perlu sih. Cuman sepertinya kukira crate apa gitu kan, box isinya apa, ternyata eksplosif. Bangsat. Yaudah ya guys ya, kita langsung masuk aja. Tapi lewat mana kita?
Who the hell is that thing?
Ya itu tadi udah kambil belum ya? Kalau belum kan udah ya. Dah, yuk lanjut. Kita cari entrance buat masuk ke pertambangan utamanya ya.
I knew that dynamite
Dapet
wasn't mine,
dynamite.
so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since
You can
Sutter's
shoot them
Mill
in the air,
in 48. Unfortunately,
okay.
prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments.
Di mana kalian? Di mana
Like
kalian?
those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stables.
Show yourself!
Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's son. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life.
Close range payah banget ini ya.
Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
Nah, rifle tuh buat jarak jauh doang ya. Close range lag banget. Apa ini? Six shooter ranger. Nice.
course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Bummer had a lot of men on his payroll.
Mana lagi kau?
That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. Desperate individual. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize. They must have thought I was tough. Or had some kind of death. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere.
Okay.
One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing?
Mana
I
mereka?
thought I was some kind of hero.
Sini kan kita? Oke. Kita proceed ya. Lanjut.
I finally made it past.
Bersama
and headed
Oji-san
on to
kita
meet
bisa.
my destiny.
Apakah ada
But
sesuatu?
first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine. But once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back.
Yep, that was
So my
man.
first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I
Mine
saw an entrance.
Kenapa
Made
habis
sense.
kayaknya ini orang berdelusi sepertinya. Ini Oji-san
It was
kita
the
ini sedang
quickest way
berdelusi
in,
kayaknya ya.
but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Reload yuk. Apa ini? Shotgun. Sebenarnya tidak perlu.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
Oke, kita
And that
kemana?
confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Kita mengambil jalan ke kanan ya guys ya.
I got this. I do not deserve to die like this.
Terus gimana kita turun? Oke nih ya. Kira musuhnya di sebelah kiri. Apakah ada sesuatu di sini? Sepertinya tidak.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense.
Oh,
Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked.
kenapa tiba-tiba ada kereta lari ke arah kita? Nice.
I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Oke, ada lagi kah? Sudah ada, oke kita maju lagi.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at. All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
Oke. Jadi sepertinya yang harus kita lakukan adalah untuk berhati-hati aja ya maksudnya. Waduh, kita udah di bawah lagi. Brengsek. Gimana caranya terus?
You ain't beefing me.
Terlalu bahaya bosku. Buat tembak-tembakan
One
di situ.
wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad blasted tube.
Nice banget. Jeblukan. Kita harus lari. Apakah kita harus lari? Ayo kita lari, Oji-san. Lompatkah? Nice sekali. Pum 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 pum. Ini kayaknya berdelusi lagi nih orang. Mimpi sepertinya.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried
Bangsa,
it.
ternyata rencana. Itu semua adalah rencana.
Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Goblok. Jalan ke situ adalah rencana tadi ya guys ya. Bukan kejadian aslinya. Goblok. Ini emang
It was
orang
a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time.
ceritanya suka
Of
aneh-aneh.
course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me.
Shotgun nggak begitu kepake kita ya. Zoom aiming tidak perlu. Kita perlu ini. Jadi Oji-san ini suka bercerita yang aneh-aneh ya. Nggak sesuai kenyataan ya. Memang paman-paman sukanya memberikan cerita hoax. Tapi yang penting yang ini direvisi. Dia ceritanya direvisi ya. Nggak seperti. Oke, kita
I needed to make a leap of faith.
Leap of Faith,
I was
Assassin
determined not to
Creed.
give up, however.
Oke, kita berhasil.
As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob.
Keluar kau. Nice banget. Nice banget.
And I have made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water.
Six shooter ranger. Oke, maju kalian. Kanan
But
kiri.
first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Mana elevatornya bangsat? Oh ini ya. Sepertinya sini menarik. Gimana caranya dapat itu?
The more convenient and more dangerous route.
Nice.
You know this guy?
More convenient, cara yang paling nyaman ya.
Show yourself, coward!
Sini mak, maju ente. Memang lucky look.
Plummer
Jadi kita
was a
tadi dari
mad
sana ya.
dog killer, and the people of Nevada City.
Nevada City.
Tembak.
Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right. Well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but
Nggak
that's neither
sampai
here nor
pelurunya.
there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Terus lewat mana bosku? Oh ini. Kita turun ya. Kita akan gelut di bawah sini sepertinya ya. Wah. Kita taruh di bawah gini susah, cuk.
Catch this, you son of a bitch! This day is just getting worse and worse for you. Hey,
Oke. Kita pakai
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
I need some help here.
Waduh, kok need some help.
Take this cocksucker out.
Oke. Mana anak buahmu? Mana anak buahmu? Wow. Menggo, Keren. Aduh. Yuk, single handed aja ya kita ya. Oke, mana lagi? Mana bosnya kok hilang?
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces. I'm going all medieval on your ass.
Aku punya rencana sih, cuman agak sulit.
I can shoot too. This is gonna hurt.
Boom. Kita dikepung banyak-banyak ya, banyak-banyak orang. Aduh. Mana nyet? Nggak kelihatan.
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold.
Nice.
And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Oke, officially bounty hunter. Aduh, kok akurasinya 54%, memalukan sekali ya guys ya.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
Kita masuk ke chapter 4 ya.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Be quick or be dead. Apakah kita duel atau bermain seperti biasa? Sepertinya sih duel.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was
Kita duelkan.
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
Oke. Mana lagi? Nice banget.
It was holding a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way
Quick
past
shooter.
his
Oh ya,
loyal
kita pakein aja.
compadres.
Reloadnya lebih cepat soalnya.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and
Kan apa?
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs.
Kita
He
jangan
and
bunuh
his men
sapi.
set up camp outside of
Jangan
town,
bunuh sapi.
and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing.
Ayo kita ini dulu ya. Karena kita lebih sering pakai revolver ya.
Right, we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this. Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands.
Nice banget.
I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp.
Apa ini?
He was carousing in town with his closest friends.
Sort of shotgun ya.
Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to
Secret.
reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed
Oke,
presence.
kemana kita? Kita kesini ya. Mencari Bill siapa tadi? Oke, you can hit me once, but aduh. Kok hilang ente? Aduh. Pinggir, nice. Oke, kita nyari Hardin ya. Mana sih kok suaranya deket?
Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Kita nggak bisa bandiop ya.
I wondered
Mana
if
lagi?
Bob was among them.
Kok hilang? Wah, apa itu ada meling-meling ya guys ya?
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
John Wesley siapa nggak tahu. Yang penting kita main tembak-tembakan aja. Mana kita? Lo. Tadi musuhnya kan di sini nih ya. Terus oh itu ada jalannya. Agak ke bawah. Satu kotak.
Before I could
Nice
test my mettle against
banget.
Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates
suar
were beyond
atau-
redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Itu suatu tindakan yang nekat barusan ya. tengah-tengah untuk focusing. Tidak peduli. Piu. Piu. Reload. Piu.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Oke, kita balik lagi ke tempat tadi ya.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Terlalu chaotic ya. Harusnya kita pakai dual wielding biar bisa pam. Miring. Nice. Oke, kita ganti shotgun aja ya, karena close range. Oh, jangan. Mana saya takut tadi.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility. I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead.
Tidak ada.
But that was short-lived. As a
Yang kita
moment
cari
later,
ya.
I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Siapakah dia? Pembunuh pertama di usia 15. Membunuh orang karena mengorok. Apa tadi yang terakhir?
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Kursornya susah banget, Cuk.
No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Gimana si bangsat? Ngedodge-nya kanan atau kiri kah? Tapi first thing first, kursornya sumpah apa? Oh, kursor, ya crosshair-nya. Nice banget. Aku nggak paham, masih nggak paham ngedodge-nya. Hampir berhasil tadi. Tembakan pertama bisa berhasil kita dodge ya tadi ya. Tembakan kedua, yalah, crosshair bersahabat. Nggak paham aku. Nunggu pelurnya lewat kah? Akankah kita mengulang ini sampai berjam-jam? Woi. Nice banget.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
Kenapa nggak diliatin
So he didn't
ngebunuhnya?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Wah, tapi akurasi kita menurun drastis ya. Kemarin kan 69-an ya. 68 ya.
Thank you, darling.
Segitulah.
Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Episode 5, Grey Wolf.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely
Apache,
enough,
suku
revenge
ini ya.
was also his primary motivation.
Ya, kita tadi main 3, 4. Lumayan cepat ya.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickle the nether regions of heaven.
Long time ago in a mountain far, far away.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's secret sunrise ceremony,
Udah ada US Army.
and the slaughter was unspeakable.
Harusnya
I
ada sih.
understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Kita upgrade dulu. Apa ini? Be improve agility and concentration because grease lightning you'll be able to move and run. Nice. Ah, kita butuh ini, reload while sprinting.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move.
Kita bunuh kah?
He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Kita lewat sana ya. Biasa nyari possible way dulu.
They saw me before
Emang
I
cuman
saw
ini ya.
them.
Eh. Kenapa aku ngedodge ke kanan? Yuk. Saya nih cuman tadi kaget doang. Nggak ada tempat buat ngedodge.
They saw me before I saw them.
Nice. Jadi kemana kita sekarang? Goblok.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Das mungkin ya. Das mungkin ya. Oh, kayak gegere toh. Tak kira ndase ya. Tak tapuk ndase ya. Di mana kau?
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas. That's why they had retreated there.
Terlalu nekat ya guys ya.
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Oke, mana lagi kalian? Duh, ternyata di atas kita ya. Kaget ya guys ya.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Alah, jangan reload dulu. Habis ternyata peluru kita ya.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you was in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Sepertinya tidak ke sini, sepertinya ke kiri. Dan oh ya ada jalan, kukira nggak ada apa-apa. Au, 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 au.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide. I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like
Kanan atau
pitch black
kiri?
in there?
Kiri.
Actually, it was pretty well lit. They had torches on the
Ramai-ramai.
wall.
Ini shotgun. Kita harus kemana ini? Aduh, mana gelap lagi.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian War.
Nih,
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
nih.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Ya betul. Kalau udah kayak gini ya nyawa lah. Ah. Wah, kali 8 ya guys ya. Sebentar, aduh. Ayo gelut kita. Masih ada.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up.
Oh ya, kita aiming time-nya nih ya. Kita butuh ini sih.
Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death. I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
Terus ngapain kita?
As his story unfolded in my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are.
Goblok.
The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed,
Untung ada kayak gitu
his
ya.
warriors
Kita
surrounded
jadi
me and attacked me like
naik level.
hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Kita butuh faster aiming time. Ya, aiming time kita rendah banget.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Kenapa? Ini orang bohong sumpah ini ceritanya. Kayak nggak mungkin gitu nggak sih? Mesti kayaknya delusi deh ini. Om-om ini.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo is right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me.
Ramai-ramai.
Dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Kok nggak titis-titis. Waduh, jauh banget mereka ya. Oke.
I had a
Nice.
steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, That crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
Aduh,
What kind of trick?
telat.
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches around it. God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Aduh. Ayo. Serangan kita. Ayo, serangan kita. Ayo, serangan kita. Yuk, mana lagi? Maju sini kau.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
Sumpah delusional ini orang.
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
Benar-benar jadi Grey Wolf beneran ya.
Never did find him. And
Akurasi
never did collect my
76%,
goddamn bounty.
nice. Satu dua lagi, habis itu kita udahan ya guys ya.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the
Apa udah
truth can
selesai ini?
sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not.
Kayaknya udah selesai.
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
Masa udah selesai?
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Problem ya.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the riot.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Oke. Sekarang apa? Kita lanjut sekali lagi ya, terakhir ini. Episode
It
terakhir.
was early morning.
Kecuali kalau
One of
lama
my
sih.
friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street. Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always writing him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
Oke. Quick shooter apa ini ya? Quick shooter aja, ini aja lah. Nggak mati
The
tadi.
brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they
Yeah,
had it
got
coming.
it.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. Deputy Marshals.
Kenapa ada yang benerin ceritanya?
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The Marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait till someone reaches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
Mati kah?
He went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Loh, tiba-tiba ada tangga.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass?
You crazy?
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Bangsat, goblok.
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
Belakang bang kan?
From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there.
Mana? Oh ini ya. Oh, tadi kita kebablasan ternyata. Jadi kita main tuh manut yang diceritain.
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Kesana kah kita? Nice. Apa itu? Oh, kita ngambush dari dalam ya.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Jangan sembarang mencuri kalian.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch! Show yourself, coward!
Siapa pecundangnya sekarang?
Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that.
Aman kah?
Over there!
Aduh, kesalahan ya. Malah pencet key. Soalnya biasanya dobrak pintu pakainya key kan.
Silas Greaves! What the hell?
Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Bentar, kita ngambil peluru-peluru yang jatuh dulu ya. Oh, kita skill dulu ya. Apa ini? Kalau ini legendary weapon unlock, bagus. Key, boom.
His name is Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Iya, kita jadi kayak
Sorry,
living
kid,
legend
but
gitu.
that just wasn't the way it happened.
Ceritanya ngarang si anak-anaknya itu.
It was early evening,
Senjatanya
not
ini ya.
high
Nice banget. Sekarang mungkin cerita sesungguhnya ya, karena dari orang
I was late
pertama,
to the party and
Silas
Coffeyville was
Greaves-nya
already up
sendiri.
in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe, and we're all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Nice banget. Yuk, bisa ini.
I had been tracking those jokers for months,
Eh.
waiting for them to do something reckless. And Finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville.
These get around corners. Now you're in trouble.
Bokongnya nggak ketembak kah? Lumayan juga. Engraved Ranger bagus. Kemana larinya mereka? Sini kah? Tidak. Objektif. Don't let the Dalton brothers get away. Di mana? Oh, ke sana.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail.
Kepecet ternyata ya guys ya.
Me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. Top it off,
Temen.
I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. They
mana?
were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever.
Okay.
And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeeville that day.
Kurang lama mencetnya. Dan aku nggak sadar ada di kanan. Kita ulangin ya. Oh, ada peluru. Nggak sih orang di atas sana, nggak ada ya. Miring.
But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Okay, nice. Yuk keluar kalian. Break door. Enggak tahu apa ya. Terus di mana mereka sembunyi? Cari tempat sembunyi. Oh, di manakah? Oh, sebenarnya belakang sini.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Oke. Tidak berhasil kawan. Nice try. Sekarang apa?
It was him.
Lagi.
He decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Send you to the bone or...
Sana. Nice banget.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Me. Nice.
But I
Oke,
have to admit,
sukses.
that boy had
Masih
grit.
62% ya. Apakah udah episode selanjutnya? Oh belum. Bounty Hunter is still my name. Nice.
Will you get those suckers?
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
Oke.
Seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws.
Ya karena udah 1 jam.
But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own
Episode
private
kali
army.
ini
There was no
Call of
way
Juarez
those boys would
sampai
get
sini
away
dulu,
this time.
jadi jangan sampai kelewatan episode-episode selanjutnya. Untuk itu kalian harus subscribe dan nyalakan lonceng di video di bawah ini ya, di bawah itu kalian tahu lah. Jadi sebenarnya aku nggak harus ngomong kayak gini. Jadi yang penting kalian subscribe dan nyalakan lonceng aja. Dan sampai jumpa di episode selanjutnya.